You're sitting out there in your big palatial estate. You don't drive into the city anymore because you're a big deal. You don't have to do that kind of stuff. And you just kind of
just sit here.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna enrage an entire NHL team fan base today.
Now, why is that? What I haven't looked at social media, so I don't know what the comments or the feedback is. But but why is the fan base enraged? Enlighten me here.
Well, I'm just gonna. Again, we've started the show. It's already
Dreger is a fraud. Dreger doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Dreger does something to go.
No, it's not so much that. It's we need Murray Edwards to sell the team. This team's never until Edwards is out. You know what? Just move the team. Just get them out. I can't handle any more of this. You went on your insiders thing there on the TSN, and you're like, yeah, I was talking to Murray Edwards. Well, you didn't say it that way. But if you're expecting a Nazem Kadri deal, I'd maybe pump the brakes because Murray Edwards loves the core of this team. This is what loves the core of this team. No trades, believes in this team, and people have lost their shit because they finally believe they believe that for once this team is not going to give you that. Well, maybe they're within 4 points. Well, trade deadline, they can't trade. Maybe that whole shit stuff that happens every year.
Right?
No, they're last in the league. Finally, everyone can look and not be confused, and then they hear you.
Well, in fairness, I was specific to Nazem Kadri. Now, I did say that he likes the core. I did say that. So I'm not going to retract that. And what I reported was that ownership has told people that they're not interested in trading Nazem Kadri. They're not trading Nazem Kadri. But we're having this conversation. What is it? The 7th of November. So I said that, you're right, on television, November 6th, 2025. Let the record indicate. Now, there's some caveats to this. Owners, managers, coaches, and players can change their mind. Look, it's a shock to no one that Nazem Kadri and his family love Calgary, right? He loves playing for the Flames. He wants to win with the Calgary Flames. And that's, before the 1,000th game celebration this week. That's current status of Nazem Kadri. But if this team flounders and you get closer to the trade deadline, who's to say Naz, where he's at in his career, doesn't go, this is a tough spot. And I don't want to be part of a renovation if you're using an R word. Right. I just don't have enough runway left here. And I want to win. And so there is opportunity for some minds to change. Maybe that's the owner's mind that changes. Maybe his mind is changed by Craig Conroy and the management group. And there's lots of voices, as you guys know, in that process. Maybe it's Kadri. We don't know. But when I talk about the core, I think we also have to be mindful here, guys. What are we talking about? I mean, from the outside looking in, I would include Rasmus Andersson in that core. But Murray Edwards ownership, these aren't dum-dums. I mean, they're looking at contractual situations. If you can't get a deal done, which it doesn't look like it's going to happen with Andersson, well, of course, that's a trade piece. So that core maybe isn't as large as some of the fan base is looking at.
Yeah. And of course, I'm having some fun with you. The other thing is, too, that, yes, it is November 7th. Now, I'm not a shrewd negotiator.
You sure aren't, Dean.
I have never done well for myself in any capacity when it comes to contracts or negotiating. But I do know this. If I had an asset, or if I had something that someone else deemed desirable, I would not come out, and I would probably try and steer away from,
subterfuge.
We're in a bad spot. I mean, we'd probably just take anything.
Whatever you do.
Yeah, pennies on the dollar. No, I would try. Why would anybody? I love that. It's very important to me. There's different layers to it. And I think Craig Conroy, we're looking to improve. Well, you want to send the message to your dressing room that you're trying to find help, that you're not just sitting on your hands doing nothing. Oh, no, if there's a player on the market. No, we love him. would take something pretty special. But no, we're not really. There are some games that are being played as well.
Yeah, to a degree, but I think we also have to be careful here. Let's look through it through a lens of ownership, and it's different than management or anyone else involved in the organization, because Edwards and company are looking at the new building coming, and probably have done their due diligence. I think we've talked about the whole Detroit remodel, rebuild, right? And I'm reminded of the conversation I had with Mark Chipman of the Winnipeg Jets. And before they extended Scheifele and Hellebuck, he did that research and he talked to, other owners, high-level executives with clubs who have been through the dark of going through a full rebuild and recognized in Winnipeg it just wasn't going to fly. You can't go through a 7-year, 8-year, 9-year rebuild. Now you look at the Detroit Red Wings and Eisman and company are doing the McMahon strut because everything is clicking. But it took a decade to get there. And can Calgary sustain something like that? Probably not. Probably not. So, the owner is grasping on the pieces that he knows are going to keep his organization competitive. And a guy like Nazem Kadri keeps it competitive, and he's under contract. So why wouldn't you want to hold on tight and make sure? And it's not like he did this in a public forum, right? And he's probably somewhat annoyed that a guy like me found out about it, to be fair. But that's just the way the business is. I understand the angst from a fan base perspective, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the position of Murray Edwards or anyone else there.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.